Hey guys, Jadamson1 here, and today we're playing some Pokemon Alpha Sapphire today on VGC Academy. Now what we're doing today is a little different than usual. We're going to be catching a legendary instead of training one. That legendary is Landorus. I've been seeing a lot of people use Landorus Theory form recently. And right now, real quick though, we're going to go and switch out to my new Psychic type Mega at the recommendation of my cousin. Alakazam will be the new Mega once I get my EV trained up. Basically, it's going to start off as an Abra. I'm going to EV train that sucker up once it reaches the Kadabra stage. Because we all know that Abra can't learn anything until it evolves and take on EV Horde itself. If I even decide to go that route. If I don't decide to go that route, it will be a Super Trainer, just like the rest of them are. Now, here's the thing. I don't know exactly what stats to train it in. I want to train in Special Attack and Special Defense. Due to Alakazam, similar to the one my cousin uses, which has perfect speed EVs, not being able to take a hit. And I'm all about defense. I want my Pokemon to stay out there long. So we're going to go find the Abra I traded for earlier. As you can see, I already got one on my team. But it happens to be one I transferred from a Game Boy game a long time ago. And I managed to find hiding around in my PC box. So the other Abra I have, which I traded for this morning, is there. How? What? Huh? That's strange. I've never seen in my life an Abra that doesn't know teleport. Okay. As long as I can use it competitively, it's all good. That's just weird. So as you can see, I've got Thundurus and Landorus on standby here. I'm going to go ahead and take Torterra out of the team. He's going to be off the team as well. Be working with a new setup. Now, in the battle spot battle I did earlier off camera, Torterra did hold up the best. So I don't know if he'll be leaving the team. For the time being, he is. So we're going to save here. And take off into the sky on Neon Flute to go capture Landorus. So, yeah. So as you can see, there's the cloud. Now, the thing about the Tornadus I have is I actually played it back in Black 1. No, I had the first White. I had Black 2. So, there's Landorus. And I'm going for a very specific nature. I want Adamant to boost up that special attack work and stuff. So, as you can see, I strangely have 962 Master Balls. I've mentioned before, I used to use power saves on certain games, not to give me any advantages over other players, but just to get me items. So, like, I maxed out my battle points, but I've already ran myself out, so, yeah. I have all the Master Balls left over, because I don't do catching that much as I do training and breeding. So, yeah. So, we've caught Landorus. Now, I don't remember how to soft reset again. Alright, so Abra's leveling up ever so slightly. That's what I like about catching in these games. Back when I first started playing Pokemon, you could not catch a Pokemon and get EXP for it, I don't think. My first Pokemon game was Leaf Green. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you could not do that. Not going to give Landorus a nickname at this point in time. Oh, that was fast. Right. I'm still, like, weirded out. How in the world does it know freaking the Thunder Punch at a young level? I didn't think Abra evolved until, like, level 20. Sorry, confusion. Now, so that's good. Just quickly find us a landing point. And then we'll check out and see if it's the right nature. Right. Right, let's see. Is it the nature? Nope. Not what I wanted. This is the only way I know how to reset the game, so I've forgot how to soft reset, so I have to do a full hard reset on the game to get it right. I've already done this. This is the second time I've done this because the first time I think it was a naive nature maybe. So basically, we have to just sit through that like 3 or 4 times. Alright. Eon Flutes. I really don't like this stupid long animation they give you before you go in the Eon Flute mode. Like, seriously. I do like this though. I do love the soaring feature. I kind of wish you could check your team while you're in the air. Later on, I'll have a theory video up of what I think the new Pokemon at the end of that Hoopa and the Class of Ages movie is. I almost tried to kill it. Whoops. Back to the Master Ball. I was thinking maybe trying to see if I could catch it with a Great Ball, just for kicks and giggles. Go again with that eyebrow evolution. Now, long story short, why I picked Alakazam was mainly recommendation from my cousin. It was actually his original recommendation. That if Diancie didn't work out, he wanted me to try out with Alakazam because he said that is an amazing psychic type to go with. Now, Gardevoir was not very tanky, and its stats were all screwed up, and unfortunately for me, so this will be much better for me to work with because I can actually get this started early, level it up and stuff, and make sure it's got the EVs I want. And I haven't decided yet what that'll be. I'm not going to go for a speed monster because I've already got several. I want something that can hit hard and stay out in the field. So what I might do is boost its special attack because Mega Alakazam does get that special attack boost and would therefore make me feel a little bit more comfortable sitting in a psychic type because my brother especially loves to use ghost types on me and all sorts of other stuff. So let's check out Landorus this time. Is it the right nature that I want? Hasty. Dagnabbit. Okay. I really wish I remember how to have the soft reset. Alright. This is actually quite frustrating. I was trying to trade for one that had adamant nature earlier, and I found one, but for some mysterious reason wouldn't let me trade the action you played, Tornadus and Landorus, I had from the Black 2 and White 2. I don't know how, but because I've traded action you played Pokemon in the GTS before, and it's never given me that trouble. So I'm kind of like, huh? I have used an action to play Pokemon in a tournament before, but it was the Wild Pokemon modifier. I didn't use it to modify its stats. I've done that before. Yeah, I've done it to a Deoxys on this game, just to try an experiment to see what an EV was, and it said it maxed out my stats. So I sent it in and did the code, but then my power saves got fried, and I have not been able to change it back since. And therefore, I cannot battle with Deoxys anymore. So, I'll be looking to get a new one soon, just to get it fixed, you know, get all my stuff back, get more Master Balls, get more rare candies and stuff, and especially if Landorus doesn't have Intimidate, then that'll be extremely necessary to get those battle points back. I really hate that we have to sit through this so much. Okay, so the battle spot video is gonna have to be postponed a little bit while I get this whole new. I'm basically overhauling my entire team and rebuilding it to try to get something that works a little better. You know, because now Torterra was the Pokemon I was looking for. I needed a tanky grass type that could take a hit, and Torterra did a really good job on that. Now my problem is with Wall Rain and its very poor move pool. I haven't seen any good Ice type moves coming out of there yet. And Metagross just ate whatever it got hit with. It didn't, because of its weird stats. I don't understand why in the world it has such a high defense stat when it can't handle any sort of what's the word I'm looking for? It couldn't handle a special attack, which is basically what most of Psychic type's weakness is a special attack. So you know, that's kind of unfortunate. So yeah. I'm tempted to bring Thunderous back as well. Now, this will violate my one type per team rule, because Talonflame is my designated flying type. He's the main boy. You know, he does more damage than anyone else. But if I brought Thunderous back, which was the bell cow for a little while during the original first few episodes of VGC Academy, that would work really well with me. I don't care to have both on the team. Rash. Okay, I'm just going to come back later when I do finally get an Adamant Natured one, so I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Hey guys, Adamson1 here, and while we're waiting on me to magically catch our Landorus that has the Adamant Nature, just want to give you guys a little bit of a moment here and talk some stuff. And recently we really been looking into my car, and we are going to, well, before I even get to my car, a little snippet on a update video here real quick. School starts here in my area Monday morning, to be exact. So don't expect anything to be more. Basically, the channel's not gonna be frequently uploaded as it is like right now. There will still be videos uploaded from time to time, but not as frequently, as I'm gonna have to set aside time to study, you know, get ready for these tests and stuff, because I'm a junior this year. So that's a big deal, is that junior senior year area, because you mess up, you're really not going to be able to go to a big college. And the colleges, you can probably tell by now, Mr. Georgia Tech there, that's where I'm wanting to go. And hopefully I can get really high grades and excel in there, and excel in my math department, because that's a place where I've kind of been really shaky the last few years, and I'm really looking forward to getting back in gear now that I'm not playing football anymore at our school. And for those who are wondering, I'm going to go ahead and tell the story real quick. There was a very specific coach on our team that I butted heads with constantly because, well, I didn't say anything bad to him, basically, well, really, and he always had something really bad to say about me, apparently. It started last year, the 2014 season, right before I got injured and stuff, and we were weightlifting one day, and I was still new to the game, so I still wasn't really on par with most of the other players when it comes to arm strength, and I'm still not now today. And he's just like, if you can't do any of this weight here, you're weak as a expletive for P. And I didn't really take that too well, and I told my mom about it, and she explained me to the coach and explained that I function differently from most players. You know, you kind of gotta give and take with me, with my disorder and stuff. And he apparently didn't get the message too well, because this happened again during spring camp this year, and there was an incident. I'm really notorious for high pain sensitivities, and I'm a little bit injury prone. I tore a hamstring in the 2014 season. And then before this season even started, I had my hip messed up. And the day I got my hip messed up, I remember, because I was trying to fight through it for the coaches. You know, I didn't want to embarrass myself. And there was an incident where this state champion wrestler guy, he's kind of arrogant in a way. You know, he thinks it's funny to mess around with the weaker kids and the lighter weight kids. Because in the position I played, I was one of the smaller kids. I played defensive line, and being 5'10", 5'11"-ish, and barely around 200. That's kind of not really a good spot for me, but they put me there because I'm relatively quick off my feet. Well, once I get going, at least. And the guy thought it would be funny one day just to basically body suplex me, like WWE style suplex me, and it wasn't even a takedown drill. We were just doing a kind of like fitting up to someone. If you're a good with football, you know what I mean. And he decides to body slam me one day, and I landed real funny on my hip, and it had been acting up the rest of the practice night, you know. And we get to scrimmaging. We did JV offense versus JV defense, and I played JV defense. They threw me in there against the center, and I didn't get blasted off the ball, but there was a big pile up that tripped him over and knocked him onto me, and messed up my hip real bad and made it even worse. And it hurt really bad. So I mean, who wouldn't scream out in agony like I did? And you overhear the coach in the background is saying, "Get up, because you're soft as," again, the same expletive for P. And after that, that was it. You know, I've had a lot of issues with coaches, and even some of the players gave me trouble with bullying and stuff like that. You know, I was hazed. I was picked at a lot because of how I am and how I function differently from most players. How it takes me a little bit longer to get the technique down. Like, basically, I had a bad habit of jumping off sides when I'm rusty. You know, if I don't practice for a few days, when I'm injured or something, I don't hold on to material real well, and I had a lot of problems with that. And I take a little bit of time to learn. I basically didn't get our formations down on defense freshman year, which is when I first started playing, until maybe the second or last week of the season, because even during spring camp, I had absolutely no clue what I was doing, and the coaches wouldn't explain it. And the same coach that made me want to quit, and I did because of him, told me I had no excuses because I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, "I'm sorry, sir, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you explain to me?" He goes, "You have no excuses for not knowing what you're doing." And I couldn't help that. I didn't even play the position he threw me out at. You know, I didn't understand all these codes they were using with me, and unfortunately for me, it wound up making me quit the game I love. You know, I still love football to death. You know, I miss it every time I think about it. But you know, football is a sport I love. I grew up with a football family. My brother plays it. My cousins play it. My dad played it. You know, my entire family's football, and I kind of felt like I was a bit of a letdown at first when I first quit, but once I realized I had reasons, I had really good reasons for quitting. I've got a lot of negative feedback over it, and you know, but there's a lot more people supporting me than hating on me for it. You know, the team supports me still. You know, I still get talks. I talk to my old teammates all the time. No one's ever nice to me, at least, and you know, I'm all good with them. They understand. Some of the coaches understand, not all of them, but more namely the coach who made me quit himself doesn't really understand why I quit, and I guess none of the coaches gave him the memo that he was why. And you know, I'm scarred for that. You know, every time I go anywhere and I do something physical, where I'm running around with my friends and stuff, or my brothers and sisters and my family, and I'm throwing a football around, that's audio of him saying that, it pops in my head and like scarred me. Like I actually lost self-esteem from him because of that, you know. And yeah, but the possibility's still open for me playing next season. You know, I've thought about it, and it may happen, it may not. Really, I was not really impressed with how that coach treated me, and him coaching the entire defense. You know, I would have to look up to him anyway, and I did my best to not embarrass him, you know, make him look bad. I did my best to respect him to his face. You know, I was never an advocate for him from the start. You know, I still treated him like he deserves to be as an adult and as a coach, and you know, I don't expect the same kind of treatment in return, but I kind of at least expected some respect, and I didn't get that. I was basically the team's tackling dummy. You know, if they had anything bad to say, it was commonly pointed towards me. Whenever someone, like a major player, made a mistake, oh, it was no big deal, we got it, we're coming back. But whenever I made a mistake, they acted like it was the end of the world. There was an incident at Villarica where I didn't hear a call, and they punted the ball, and I went for it because it was close by to me. I picked it up, didn't even know what I was doing, I didn't even know where to run, and a kid clocked me, and I fumbled it, and they recovered it. Everyone gave me so much crap for that. You know, I couldn't help it. The coaches gave me so much crap for it. The players gave me crap for it. Some of the parents were even saying pretty bad stuff about me that night. and that sits in my head like a rock in a desert. You know, it's really still in there. You know, I can't forget all that mental strain I felt and hurt with, and you know. But I know I've probably talked for a long time, so let's get back to the Alpha Sapphire VGC Academy. Thank you guys so much for listening on me. Alright, hey guys, we're back, and as you can see, I did finally catch the Landorus I wanted with the adamant nature, and yep, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and talk you through my new team build. I don't know if I'm going to stick with this specific setup yet. There we got Aegislash, Thunderous, Talonflame, what would one day be Alakazam, Spiritomb, and Landorus. So, yeah, very basic setup right now. My Alakazam does have a very high special attack stat, so what I'm going to do is EV train at special attack and special defense, because those two stats are basically easier to train in, even though with its nature, special attack and speed are really high up. But I'm going to go ahead and give the Kadabra some vitamins to boost that special attack and special defense. He's got a really high speed defense already, so that's why I'm not going for the speed stat. And at level 16, I can really get his EVs up, maybe near perfect. Now 10 vitamin, each vitamin adds 10 EVs, so we're gonna go with the two stats here, and you only allow them to have a maximum of 10 of these, which makes it much easier when you do super training and less time consuming. Now the same store will be for Landorus with 10 special attack, and I don't exactly know what I'm going to do for its other stats, because it basically has no weaknesses, in theory. It's a ground and flying type, so it would not be affected by electricity. I think its only weaknesses would be water and grass. Those are the only ones I can really think of. So, and most of the time, those moves are more than likely going to be physical, but, you know, what's its speed stat? I can make this one a speed monster. I think that's what I may do. Special attack and speed. Now, for Spiritomb, it'll be special attack and special defense. Very similar setup to Alakazam. I'm gonna try to get these Pokemon all set up for competitive usage. Now, again, this does violate. This entire team basically violates my one-type rule, because you've got a Steel and Ghost type in Aegislash, Electric and Flying type in Thunderous, a Fire and Flying type with Talonflame, a Psychic type with Kadabra, a Ghost and Dark type for Spiritomb, and a Ground and Flying type for Landorus. So my problem is my team is predominantly flying. Now, the weakness to electricity is very minimal. The only Pokemon that really will suffer from it is Talonflame, because it doesn't have any resistance types. Like Thunderous and Landorus are both electric types, or ground types, so their vulnerability to electricity is low. And Landorus is nearly fully immune, because it does not have that weakness to rock types. So, that makes it a little bit easier to train. And now the key is, what item do I want to give them? Because Spiritomb is going to need something major to boost its power up. So we're going to go, I don't want to use the Quick Claw, because it's really not that cool of a battle item to use. The Shell Bell. Let's go with the Shell Bell. I'll give that one to Spiritomb. That's Soul Dew, can't use that. And competitive, let's see. Now this is handy. May cause attacks to miss its holder. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give a lax instance to Landorus. Now what I want to do is I want to start go ahead and building up Kadabra's move, not Kadabra, Landorus's moveset. Stone Edge was a move they recommended, and I saw that was recommended. I know Stone Edge and Earthquake are both moves that are recommended. Now, Kadabra can learn Shadow Ball, but I'm going to start setting up its moveset later. Once I think it's ready. Now, Aerial Ace is, I believe, a priority move, which means I'll more likely go with that as well. Wait. To substitute for Brave Bird in case Talonflame does manage to go down. Now, Stone Edge, I'm pretty sure, is a TM move, but I haven't seen it. Just gonna try to get this chart back up. Alright, so let's go down the list. Hidden Power Sign, Taunt, Ice Beam, Blizzard. Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing it. Smackdown. Sidekick, that'll be automatic. We can put in that with Kadabra later. When it evolves. And, Rock Tomb. Now that's kind of shocking right there. Landorus can't learn Aerial Ace. It's a flying type. I would think it would be able to here, so Steel Wing can't learn it. It can learn Focus Blast, which is strange. I know Alakazam can learn it later on. Incinerate, Quash, Will-O-Wisp. There's Stone Edge, found it. Alright, so Stone Edge and Earthquake, those are automatically going on there, because now I don't have an Earthquake Pokemon, so since I got rid of Landorus, not Landorus, Metagross and Nidoqueen, that'll be our replacement. Stone Edge will be our replacement for that, for Rockslide. Earthquake will replace Earth Power, and I passed it on that one, dude. Now the next thing I need is the ability capsule to get it to change its ability to Earth to Intimidate, so it will work with it a little better. I'm gonna go ahead and teach Kadabra Shadow Ball. And then, Energy Ball. Now, eventually, that'll change to Recover later on to boost some of that stat up. Now, let's go back in there, and I'm going to go ahead and change Confusion to Psychic. I'm going to replace it. I'm going to replace Confusion with Psychic here. And as I said, this will be basically a full-on big sweeper Pokemon. This will not be your standard Alakazam you'll see. Unlike my cousins. My cousin focused it completely on speed. I'm focusing mine on tankiness and being a sweeper. Basically, it'll be the ultimate blend of a tank and a sweeper, because it'll be able to sustain hits from dark types, maybe not as well as a fully trained defensive one, but at the same time be able to handle what's thrown at it. In a way, and be able to dish out some nasty hits. Alright, so now we got it somewhat set up. Let's go ahead and look at his stat chart. Now, as you can see, just by adding those alone, boosted the bar up a little bit on the Super Training stat chart. Landorus as well. Got the stat chart moved up in special attack and speed. And then Spiritomb. I didn't decide whether stat was going to work on, was I? You know, I'm going to build up some tankiness and give it that HP stat boost. I'm going to go with the HP up for Spiritomb. right? So there's that. Go back to the stat chart, and that's a little bit better. Now they're dead even right now on the chart. Alright, so let's go do some test battles. Do a quick test battle with someone nearby or a secret base. You know, oh, I'm in Mauville. I'm not in Fortree anymore. Okay. So back to the area nav. We're gonna go to a secret base somewhere. You know what? I know I've never done this on the channel before, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna challenge that one guy. In Fortree, that one guy with the secret base guild thing. I don't, Aaron, I think, Arun, something like that. I don't know his name exactly. I've been playing this game forever since it came out. I got this game the day it came out. I even skipped school most of the day. Not that I do that on a regular basis. But, I managed to get off the hook on school early that day just to go pick up my copy of the game. Because I have, like, the world's most awesome mom. So, Mom, if you're watching this, you're awesome. Okay, anyway. So we're going over to the Secret Base Guild. Back in 04, 05, when Emerald came out, this game, it was so much quicker to get across that bridge. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Alright, so we have that single battle with, yeah, Arun or something like that. So he's got Flygon. Aegislash will come in, but I'll quickly spawn him out. Okay. 53. Do I go? Yeah, I'll go ahead and send in Landorus to get him some experience. Now here's my problem. That's a ground and a dragon type. So it would be mostly like impossible to hit it with anything that would do some tremendous damage. Let's go with extra sensory. Let's give it a shot. Outspeeding. Not bad. Wow. Got a crit. Not bad. Yeah, I'm running out. Oh gosh. Dragon Rush is lethal. Oof, that's getting me nervous. Do I want to go for the Earthquake? I just realized that Earthquake and Stone Edge are both freaking physical moves. Yeah, everyone recommends to go with an Adamant Nature. Oh, why? Look at this. I forgot all about Earthquake being a physical attack. That's perfect. I'm just gonna, since I know he's coming back down, I'm gonna go ahead and get Swords Dance going, boost my physical attack up. Oh gosh, don't you faint on me. I am not letting this thing faint on his first match. Oh, crap. Yeah, that didn't go as fast. I really do hate Levitate, you know. I really, really hate Levitate. Okay, Spiritomb gets to get a shot. When your competitive built Pokemon gets beaten by a Flygon that isn't even used in competitive battling, that's sad. So we're gonna go with the Dark Pulse. Okay then. Don't know how that works, but okay. So Flygon's down. Thunder's got his butt handed to him. Kadabra's about to level up like insane. Disable is not competitive. Recover? Yes. Just disable? No. Alright, so that'll about do it for this Jadams 1 video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Like and subscribe for more.